You know, there's so much about 2020 that we all want to forget.
Yes.
But guess what? There was at least one silver lining to this pandemic.
And maybe you noticed it, maybe you didn't, but for a while there, we weren't getting as many of those annoying robocalls. Jennifer Kraus is here with more on that. And Jennifer, why was that? And how do we even know that?
Well, first of all, why the slowdown? Because when a lot of businesses were forced to close during the start of the pandemic under lockdown, that affected a lot of the call centers where these robocalls come from. Federal Trade Commission says they saw a big drop in complaints about robocalls during that time period earlier this year. But as things have started to open back up, robocalls, as you probably know, have returned.
How many times a day do you get one of those annoying robocalls?
Travel calls, calls about timeshares and cruises. You see calls about home alarms, home warranties.
But the type of robocall people complain about the most? What's known as the imposter call. You've probably gotten a few of them yourself, where you answer the phone and hear a recorded message, supposedly from some federal agency like the FBI or IRS.
So they'll call people up and tell them that they owe taxes or that something is wrong with their Social Security account and that they need to pay money immediately to fix the problem or maybe to avoid going to jail or something like that. It's all part of a scam to get money from consumers, though.
Will Maxon with the Federal Trade Commission says robocalls are illegal and they're a big problem. The FTC got nearly 4 million complaints last year. While imposter calls topped the list, they were followed by calls about warranties and protection plans, supposed debt reduction, medical and prescription issues, and computers and technical support. The FTC breaks down this data in a new report that includes a state-by-state analysis that you can check out online and find out what sorts of robocall scams Tennesseans are falling for, who's falling for them, and how much money victims are losing. As you can see, complaints dipped earlier this year and have steadily climbed back up.
This really puts the power in the hands of the consumer to go in and see at a really granular level what the complaint data looks like, to see what is impacting the people in their community and what they might be on the lookout for and what they might want to inform their relatives or friends about scams that might be particularly affecting and targeting that community.
Meanwhile, Maxon says the FTC continues to work to track down and shut down robocall operations, but they need help from the public. They ask that you report any unwanted calls to the FTC, including the date and time of the call, the number that showed up on your caller ID, and anything you remember from the message you heard.
And if you get a robocall, just hang up, or better yet, don't even answer it. Check with your phone carrier. A lot of them offer call filtering and call blocking options. And Will Maxon with the FTC says be on the lookout for some new technology known as stir-shaken protocol. It's supposed to help stop the spoofing that a lot of these robocalls use, where one number shows up on your phone, but that's not really where the call is coming from. If you'd like to learn more about robocalls, just go to our website. We've got listed on there more about robocalls, how to fight them, and how to file a complaint. Go to newschannel5.com and look for this story.